Jermaine was a town man, a man from Kingston, Jamaica. And if there's one thing he always said, it's that he can't stand town women. They don't cook, don't clean, always outside, and manny, his favourite word to describe them. He swore up and down that country girls were different, so every other weekend he'd drive to Clarendon to visit his cousin. But really, he was scouting. He wanted a girl who fit his style, quiet, traditional, low maintenance, one he could mould, protect, and bring into his world. And then he met her. She was everything he imagined. Beautiful, natural, no makeup, didn't even own a smartphone. She lived with her grandmother, helped in the yard, and seemed like she didn't even know what TikTok was. They spoke a few times, then more often. Then weekly visits turned into something deeper. Eventually, he said, "Come to town. I'll take care of you." She hesitated, as if she was leaving riches behind. Maybe she had goats to tie up in the morning, I don't know. But Sarah eventually, well, after a few seconds, said yes. Why not? She trusted him. So he brought her to Kingston, bring her a town. He bought her clothes, got her hair done, paid for short courses. She got a job at a call center. Country life was no more. Sarah was no a town girl, but one who did more than the average, I guess. You see, Sarah cooked dinner, kept the house tidy, his clothes folded. She was always home by 6. Always knew what to say to make Jermaine feel good. She never argued. She wasn't fussy. Sarah was everything Jermaine had ever wanted in a woman. But is Jermaine everything Sarah ever wanted in a man? One day Sarah told Jermaine her female co-worker would take her home, so Jermaine didn't have to come get her. Little by little, that became a thing. Soon, she started coming home late. First, it was extra work, then traffic. Sarah started wearing heavier makeup. Her skin got lighter, texting more, talking less. He knew something was off. Then came the night she came home buzzed, smelling like cheap rum and smoke. They started arguing, but Sarah didn't have the energy and was clearly not interested in Jermaine's concerns. Tired and tipsy, she went to bed. But she went to bed with her phone unlocked. Jermaine couldn't resist. He had to. He picked it up, and what he saw made his heart skip half a dozen beats. Sarah was talking to another man. She sent him private photos, and it seemed he sent her many transaction receipts, like he was spending on her. The conversations clearly showed that the guy had already pet Sarah's cat, but there was also another man, and what Jermaine saw made the breath leave his body. Sarah had a picture of the man's beating stick in her phone. Jermaine walked straight into the bedroom and shouted, "Hey girl, you fucking on me? Bitch, who named Dwayne? Who the fuck named Beckford?" Sarah shot up, confused and annoyed. She realized Jermaine had her phone. She then asked, "My youth, why you going through my phone?" Like he was the problem. Jermaine snapped, "Me will mash you up." Sarah, as she should, did not take that threat simple. She grabbed her suitcase and started packing. She had already made up her mind. Jermaine shouted again, "Who the fuck is Dwayne? And who the fuck is Mr. Beckford?" She turned around and said, "People who actually understands me." That was it. He grabbed her by the neck. His blood was boiling. He wanted to hurt her. He couldn't believe Sarah really said that to him. He lifted his hand to smack her, but her eyes didn't flinch. They were cold and empty. Then with a smirk on her face, she said, "Let me go. You're embarrassing yourself." She picked up her phone, dialed, and said, "Come pick me up at the house you dropped me off at the other night." 10 minutes later, a car pulled up. She left while looking dead in his eyes. Jermaine just stood there, silent, angry, chest hollow. But let's be real, Jermaine is a waste man. Not because Sarah cheated, disrespected him, then dumped him. But look what Jermaine did while Sarah was getting pegged.
Your call has been...
You ready, baby?
Jesus, Zara, you pussy good enough.
And try this family simulator porn game.